When it comes to moments in the entertainment industry that leave a permanent mark in the hearts of fans, very few can compare to the one that recently unfolded between Jun-Ho and YoonA. Their story, already beloved because of their on-screen chemistry and long-standing friendship, took an entirely different turn when Jun-Ho's heartfelt confession about YoonA reached the public. The raw honesty, the vulnerability, and the unmistakable love in his words created a ripple across the world of K-drama fans. It was not just another celebrity statement, it was a moment that felt unprecedented, tender, and unforgettable. Viewers, thank you for joining me today, because what we're about to relive is nothing short of magical. For years, fans had speculated about the bond between Jun-Ho and YoonA. Their shared moments, whether captured on stage, in interviews, or behind the scenes of their drama King the Land, always seemed to hint at something deeper than friendship. They were often described as two people who seemed to understand each other without words, whose smiles grew brighter in each other's presence. This speculation, while met with denials and careful explanations from both sides, never truly faded. Instead, it grew stronger with every public appearance, every knowing glance, every subtle gesture. But no one was prepared for the emotional storm that Jun-Ho's confession would bring. It happened in a setting that was both simple and unexpected. During a fan event, where Jun-Ho was speaking about his career and the people who had supported him along the way, his tone shifted. He spoke about gratitude, about the importance of people who believe in you when the world is harsh. Then, almost without warning, he mentioned YoonA. His words were not rehearsed, nor polished like a press release. They came out as though they had been sitting in his heart for far too long, waiting for the right moment to be spoken. He called her someone who had been a light during the darkest periods of his life, someone who had given him courage when he doubted himself, someone whose laughter could erase his exhaustion. Fans who were present said his voice trembled, his eyes glistened, and for a few moments, the hall went silent. It wasn't just the words that mattered, it was the emotion behind them. Jun-Ho did not present YoonA as just a colleague or a friend. He described her as someone irreplaceable, someone whose presence went beyond the boundaries of work or casual companionship. He said she reminded him of what sincerity feels like in a world often clouded by pretense. As those words fell, fans could no longer hold back their tears. Some described it as watching a drama come to life, only more powerful because this time it wasn't scripted. The fan reactions were immediate and overwhelming. Social media exploded with messages of love, shock, and support. Clips of the confession went viral within hours, reaching millions of fans around the world. Some wrote that they had been waiting years to hear what Jun-Ho had just admitted, while others said they felt privileged to witness such a rare display of vulnerability from a star who is usually so composed. Fans across different countries began trending hashtags like Jun-Ho Confession and YoonA Our Light, celebrating the purity of the moment. What made it even more unforgettable was YoonA's response. Though she was not at the event, she later acknowledged Jun-Ho's words in a way that only deepened the emotional impact. In her gentle and gracious manner, she said she felt moved, grateful, and deeply touched by what he expressed. She admitted that their bond was something she cherished dearly, that their years of working together had built a trust and affection that could not be easily defined. While she did not outright label it as romance, her tone carried warmth, as if she was speaking directly from her heart. Fans interpreted it as her way of saying that what they shared was real and unshakable, regardless of labels. The industry, too, could not ignore what had happened. Experts called it one of the most genuine celebrity confessions in recent years, noting how rare it is for stars to let down their guard in such a public way. Usually, love confessions in the Korean entertainment scene are veiled, coded, or left for fans to interpret through vague statements. But Jun-Ho's words felt like he had broken the wall, choosing honesty over caution, love over fear. It left many wondering if this moment could pave the way for a new era of openness among stars who often live under intense scrutiny. For fans of both Jun-Ho and YoonA, this confession was not just about romance, it was about hope. It reminded them that even in the glamorous, fast-paced, and often harsh world of show business, real emotions still exist. It reminded them that the connections we see on screen can be rooted in something genuine. It reminded them that love, in all its forms, is still powerful enough to move hearts, unite people, and inspire dreams. Some fans even admitted that seeing Jun-Ho speak so openly gave them courage to express their own feelings to loved ones, turning his words into a chain reaction of confessions and acts of love worldwide. The confession also reignited memories of their on-screen love story in King the Land. Fans went back to rewatch episodes, analyzing every look, every gesture, every laugh shared between Jun-Ho and YoonA. Many said they now saw the drama differently, as if it had been infused with the layer of real emotion all along. The scenes that once seemed scripted suddenly felt like reflections of their genuine bond. The chemistry that captivated millions now carried even greater weight, because it was backed by Jun-Ho's heartfelt words in real life. But beyond the romance, there is something even more touching in this story: the humanity. Jun-Ho's confession showed fans that celebrities are not immune to the same feelings of love, gratitude, and vulnerability that ordinary people experience. It showed that despite the fame, the spotlight, and the carefully curated images, there are still moments when the heart takes control and speaks its truth. That perhaps is why so many fans cried, not just because of what he said, but because of what it represented. A reminder that love, at its core, is about honesty, courage, and connection. As fans continue to replay his confession and share their emotions online, one thing has become certain: this moment will not fade easily. It has entered the history of unforgettable celebrity stories, not because it was scandalous or shocking, but because it was real. And in a world where reality is often hidden behind polished perfection, reality itself is the most powerful gift. To all the viewers here, thank you for being part of this journey. Whether you are a longtime fan of Jun-Ho and YoonA or someone who stumbled upon their story today, you are sharing in a memory that has already become timeless. Their bond, whether defined as love, friendship, or something beyond words, reminds us that true connections are worth celebrating. It reminds us to cherish the people who light up our lives and to never be afraid of expressing gratitude and love. As we close this story, one can't help but wonder, was this confession the beginning of something more? Will Jun-Ho and YoonA take their bond into a new chapter? One where the love that fans have always dreamed of becomes undeniable? Or was this a rare, beautiful moment of honesty, meant to be treasured as it is? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain. Fans will carry this moment in their hearts forever, remembering the day Lee Jun-Ho bared his soul and told the world how much YoonA truly meant to him. And to you, our wonderful viewers, may this story remind you to treasure your own connections, to value the people who stand beside you, and to never hesitate to share how much they mean to you. Just like Jun-Ho did, sometimes a simple confession can change everything.